Hey YouTube, it's the Mayor of Steelhead here, and welcome to my off-grid property about 65 kilometers outside of Vancouver, right in the woods, tucked away from society, exactly how I'd prefer to live my life. Today we're going to give you a quick intro to the property, kind of talk about the work we've done already, the stuff that was left behind when we were here, the backstory, and all that good stuff. So let's dive in. A little bit of background. We bought this property in July 2020. The whole thing is about 5 acres. This area right here is about a half an acre, and when we took it over, it was clear that the previous owners had not been down here in 10, 15 years. They were a bit older. Originally, there was a mobile home down here. So we've got a large mobile home concrete foundation that maybe we could do something with in the future, maybe build a greenhouse. We did have to deal with an incredible amount of junk that was unseen, hidden by vines, hidden by trees, hidden by blackberries that had completely taken over this area. Originally, you know, we had 3 outbuildings, this chicken coop, and a big giant mess of overgrowth and everything like that. You know, I just came in here, chipped away at it, burn piles, burn slash, do all that, endless dump runs. Right when you think you're gonna be done with that garbage, you suddenly find more stuff. Kind of a cool thing that we did before we started restoring this property is we utilized it for the horror film, The Deep Web Murder Show, which I produced, and you can check out on Tubi.
How's that murder show? You sick fuck!
We also shot a commercial for Toyo tires. That one was sweet because it was the first day we officially started working on reclaiming this property. We pulled down one of the sheds, and that was pretty epic and good times. I've also shot a music video for my buddy Patrick Anthony out here. We had a big ass bonfire, just rocking out. This property is kind of broken down into a few different zones. One of them is just like the main driveway, and it's like mostly been graveled, and I did a bunch of reinforcement over there. This zone behind me used to be their woodshed back in the day, and it was a little bit bittersweet when we tore it down because the overgrowth of the moss and everything looked extremely cool. But now we've got an area that we can actually do something with, and hopefully we'll be building a loafing shed or a tractor shed back there. And more than likely, before the tractor shed happens, we're gonna stick a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12 shed right here. That'll be a full build video on its own. I've never built something like that, so I am looking forward to like actually following the steps. I made a design and I'm looking forward to pulling it together. One of the things we're most excited about is building a path that actually connects this lower off-grid property to the house and the rest of the property up at the top of the hill here. When we first moved into this zone, this was entirely trees in here. I spent a good amount of time chopping these motherfuckers down when we actually got the tractor up here when it was dry enough, and we managed to pick up everything that I chopped down. My dad came out and yeah, we chipped it and we started phase 1 of the path. Big part of the path building project is the fact that we do need to reroute a little bit of water. We do have a catch pond right behind me there, and then I'm putting in this culvert last year. Get a bunch of gravel loaded in here, finished chipping the path back here, finished cleaning up these trees, those trees, those trees. The entire 5 acres of the property I've probably attacked at least an acre and a half. Mini paths here and there, lots of piles like this just laying around, and over on this side, this massive one. This is also why I want to get that path built, because then the tractor could come all the way up here with the chipper and we could utilize those materials to build out other path systems and overall just make the property look more aesthetically pleasing and clean. Am I right? This chicken coop has seen better days. Unfortunately, I've been pretty attached to it because I feel like it's part of the personality of this area of the property, but really it is coming apart at the seams. And one day we're just gonna come down here after a big snowstorm and it will just be toppled over. So looking forward to just like ripping this thing down, taking it into the burn pile. That'll be its own little mini video on its own for sure. And I literally can't wait for that good time to happen.
This area actually used to be their front lawn back in the day, and when we took it over, of course, it was completely overgrown with blackberries. So I got in here last summer with the tractor and plowed those things out, and then I went to town on the roots with the tiger torch. Pretty satisfying. I realized that we're going to be fighting this fight forever. Well, that's it for today's video. Can't wait to dive into some of these projects. Thanks for putting up with the bad audio. It's my first time making one of these. I got a little sick throughout the process, so a bit of jumping around and also going back and picking things up while I was editing it together. I appreciate you all watching, and hopefully you like this video and you'll come back and check out some more stuff in the future. It's gonna be fun.